So welcome back to the Are We Convinced podcast. This is where we deep dive into the strange, the funny, and the serious topics that have captured our attention throughout the week. We are on episode 26 now.
Happy days.
You know, you get this far and you can't remember if you've talked about something or you've said something already.
Yep.
I think that's the point that I'm at.
Mm.
I'm a bit nervous to take my hat off for anyone who's watching the YouTube version of this. I did go ahead with what I was going to say I was going to do.
I've seen a photo of it.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I spoiled it then. Yeah, I put it on Facebook.
You did.
Because I kind of thought it was one of those life events where you have to note it.
I mean, are you going to continue to do it?
I think so.
No way.
I think so, yeah. What do you mean, no way? What do you mean? You're sounding like that's a bad thing.
I wouldn't have taken you for, like, to be bald.
You know when someone completely changes and you're talking to them and you can't, think of anything else but that thing that's changed?
Mm-hmm.
Is that going to be the issue?
Maybe for the first couple of episodes. Because
right.
I'm just
a couple of episodes? Right. I thought you were going to say minutes. Okay.
No, because right now I'm just thinking you're bald under that hat.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just... Yeah.
This is mad.
I know. But honestly, I feel... do you not think you can see the glow in my face?
I can see the glow on top of your head now. It's that shining. I joke.
No, it's not that, but I didn't go as far as, taking the Bic razor to it.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't go down the route of the shiny head and no, I wouldn't go that far. So there's still a wee bit of hair, but just because my hair is very fine, it's not there.
I have no words. I genuinely didn't think you were going to do it.
Do you think it is a midlife crisis?
Yeah, I do.
I still think I'm very young for doing that, though.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I've had midlife crises.
Already?
I mean, I've turned my hair pink.
Did you really?
Yeah.
When was that?
2 years ago.
Wow. What'd you make of it?
I loved it. I really, really did, especially because, it wasn't a permanent thing, but it lasted a really long time. Yeah, I felt like a whole new person. I felt like a rebel.
Was it a phase or was it like for something?
No, it was just a phase. I was like, I want to do, because I've always dyed my hair blonde. I was like, I just want to do something really, really out there and different. And I went pink.
I think that would be more maintenance than anything else. You know, when you start dyeing your hair, I don't think I could keep up with it because you see people and they've obviously dyed their hair and they haven't kept up with it and it just fades after a period of time. Do you know what someone said to me during the week? That they've never seen a bald person that doesn't suit it.
Okay.
Which is a very good phrase because you don't look at a bald person and go, why have they not, like, they don't suit that. You just see them as they've got no hair.
But I just, like, obviously it's difficult for me to comprehend seeing you bald because I know, like, because you with hair was the norm for me.
Okay. Yeah. Get you. So,
yeah.
I've kind of took a step back. Like, I look like a baby now. I'm like the real life Peter Pan.
What?
Like Peter Pan doesn't grow up. Is that Peter Pan? It is Peter Pan.
I was wondering where you're getting Peter Pan from.
But you know what? On the other end of it, I feel that everyone should go through, not that specific change, but a drastic change in their life. Mm-hmm. Like, once.
Okay, I agree with that.
Okay. A few little things that I've picked up during the week. Have we discussed Vinted before?
I don't think so.
Because, and even just before I recorded this episode, there was a delivery to the house opposite me, and they must have had like 15, 20 packages. And, you can kind of tell Vinted orders now because they're wrapped in like weird things. I see like on TikTok, they were wrapping them in like nappies and wrapping them in like
cereal boxes.
Yeah, cereal boxes and all. And like, where does it stop?
Can I just start by asking, why were you snooping on...
No. Oh, no, I wasn't snooping. No, I wasn't snooping. I was putting stuff in the bin. And there was a van outside. And the van was outside for a long time. And I mean, God knows, like, what I've ordered. And, you just can't remember. So I assumed it was for the house. But then when I went out, it was just the guy walking back and forth with, like, just random packages. Like, as you say, like, just boxes. Just all these weird boxes.
Right.
But it must get very annoying because the guy in the shop down the road from me, every time you go in, and it always seems to be women. But not to generalize, but it always is. It always is. Like women stand at the till with all these massive parcels in their hands, like waiting for them to scan and obviously to give it into the shop. It must be so annoying for that guy in the shop.
I don't know because you know what? I am one of those women. It's such a trip having to go to the post office. Like mine is
Mm,
literally it's across the road. That's how far I have to walk, and I still don't
okay,
want to do it.
okay. But I just feel okay, and maybe some shop people are fine and they just deal with it. But this guy is just like it's not his generation, and he just doesn't want. I'm pretty sure he gets paid for every parcel,
That's not bad.
which I assume is the case because he's not obviously doing it for free and do it for the love of it. But
Mm.
I just feel, yeah, just when he gets annoyed, and then I guess you would feel bad bringing packages in, and it's just the whole awkward situation. The good thing is there's another shop, and they have like wee lockers where you just go to the locker, put your code in, put it in the locker, and then they collect it.
Yeah, see, that would be that's the way everything's going these days. Like, there's no human interaction.
It's the future. I honestly, I prefer it.
You know what? I kind of prefer it too, but with the line of work we're in, we kind of can't prefer it.
That's a fair point.
Like, talking to people is our job.
I know.
But see, if it's so stupid because I hate phone calls. I can't do them. Don't want to do them. See, if I have to ring a Chinese, I'm not getting a Chinese. I can't do it.
You're that TikTok where like the girl who's like constantly into her mum asking for like to phone the doctor and the phone like.
I did ask mum and dad if they could phone the dentist for me because my wisdom tooth is
Oh
really
my.
acting up at the minute, and they didn't.
But what is it about the phone call? Is it?
I don't know. I just get such bad anxiety. Like I'm like, okay, what do I say? You know, what if they ask me a question and I don't know? Or
But if you're phone, okay, so if you're phoning up for the Chinese, there's not going to be many questions asked there.
it's the phone call. I can't deal with the anxiety of it. I
That's
really
so
can't.
strange. That's so strange.
Are you not like that?
No, I guess I would. I used to be like, when I was like maybe 15. Not now. Like when you're like considered an adult.
I know I don't care if I'm an adult or whatever. I'm not making a phone call.
So say okay. So say if you walk into the Chinese yourself, is that an issue? Like speaking to them face to face, or is it just the phone?
Um, no, I could do that. Still don't really want to do that, but it really is just the phone. Like I just completely lose my words.
But in my mind, I would feel I would feel more hidden behind the phone. I would prefer the phone because you don't have to, they don't have to see you or like there's no human interaction as such.
See, I think for me, I use my hands a lot and I use my facial expressions, and over the phone, it's just a hello, like what do you want?
Right.
And
Okay.
I just can't do it. I'm never going to conquer my fear, and I don't want to.
So you feel that you don't flourish when you're on the phone. You can't get your point across. Maybe.
Yeah, which is so stupid because it's the same as my job. Like,
No. To be fair, the only point in life where I felt like that is through drive-throughs when they have to keep asking you the same question because they don't understand what you're saying.
I hate going through
Yeah.
drive-throughs.
I think we have discussed this before about
Yeah.
your favorite drive-through. That probably, yeah, that filters in with the phone then as well.
I don't know what it is.
It is, but no, to be fair with the drive-throughs, it is repeating yourself. So maybe if someone is on the phone and they don't understand you, then I get where the awkwardness would come from.
But see, like if my phone was ringing right now, I would watch it
I would,
ring.
I
And
would, I would love for it to ring right now and for you to pick it up.
but see, I would watch it ring and then send a message to the person being like, "What do you want?" Because I can't do it.
To be fair, I think most people do that these days. Like rarely anyone phones anyone these days anyway.
I don't think I've been on as many phone calls in this past month than I have been in my entire lifetime.
Right? Like, what's the need for a phone unless it's very urgent and you need an answer there and then?
Yeah, like what is the need? Like even see for um see for like assignments and stuff, you get a message from your lecturer being like, "Oh, can we do a video call? I want to discuss this and this." And what they tell you on the video call, they could have put into one
Oh God, I
sentence
hate that.
email.
Yeah.
Like,
And even if you go in, and thank God I don't really have like a real job where, say, every Monday morning you have to go into a meeting, and because like there's a friend, and he says every single Monday he's brought in for like a 3 hour meeting to like discuss the previous week and then discuss the week ahead. And it's just like you say, it could be all put in an email. And then, at the start of the meeting, they're like, well, let's all talk why we're all here. And let's all it's just like, let's just go in and do what you need to do, say what you need to say, and let's get out.
and get out again, yeah.
See all this, like, buying sandwiches and getting lunch in, and we'll have it over lunch and all. That just doesn't appeal to me.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if they're getting sandwiches in, I'd kind of be there for that.
But it's just having to sit and listen to someone. Basically, people who just like the sound of their own voice, really. I suppose you're self-employed, it's just sitting yourself down and talking to yourself and getting yourself in order.
I do that enough as it is.
And I don't know if you have one as well, but there's always a friend who will phone you just for no reason. And
I don't really have that,
do you not?
I don't really talk to my friends.
A big reveal.
Like, one of my friends takes like a month to reply, and the other one I just talk over text.
No, that is no. To be fair, I'm with you on that, because I think as you get older, you don't talk as much anyway. Like, in general to people. I'm gonna show an example here. There's a message in our group chat, and I say group chat, like we kind of maybe go out like maybe even like once a month, if even that. Like it's fine time to even see people these days. If
tell me
people
about
like working on. So there was a conversation going on yesterday in the group chat, and this was okay. This is the conversation was, of course, about my bloody head. So this is what brought them all out of the darkness. They haven't spoken about, and the last message before that, 27th of May. So that was a good week of just no communication.
And your head.
But it's true. Like, people just don't have time, really, in life anymore.
It is difficult to find the time.
Now, would you be a person to message first if it hadn't been a while?
Depends on how I'm feeling.
Okay.
If I'm feeling petty, then no, I'm not going to message you first.
So if that other person's the same, you're just never talking to each other again?
More or less, yeah.
Especially family. Is there much going on in your family group chat? Do you have a family group chat?
We have 2 family group chats.
Oh.
So
there's gossip in here, is there?
We have a full family group chat. You know what? We've got multiple, but we've got
Hang on. Are the other people who may listen to this, do they know that there's separate group chats?
Yes, they do.
Okay, right, okay.
So we've got one group chat for the whole family, which includes mum, dad, and my siblings.
Mm-hmm.
Then we've got and like partners and stuff. And then we've got the Snapchat group chat, which the first one is on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
So the Snapchat group chat
is
different
platforms as well. God, right? Okay.
For siblings and partners.
Mm-hmm.
And then the third group chat, which is on WhatsApp, is just for the siblings.
It's annoying me that they are different. I'd rather it just all be the same platform.
But then I got added into another group chat with the siblings, which I was not a part of.
Okay. Oh, so right.
I have one behind my back.
Oh, okay. How long has that been going on for, is the question.
That is the question. But yeah, it's always busy.
Things like that kind of put me under pressure. Like, see if I get constant notifications, like most of my groups are muted.
Right.
So because just getting constant notifications, because obviously we as the wedding band would have one, and then so there's one for official wedding stuff. There's one for just bants, as it's called.
Right. Okay.
It's just, see all these groups. It's just, and then obviously then with work you have other different groups, and all the notifications are just it gets to me. It gets to me.
I do know what you mean, because even with my phone, I don't have notifications on for Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, because there's just no point.
Oh, I know. And recently I've actually turned the TikTok ones off, because and then you're just getting notifications of so-and-so is live, or so-and-so has invited you to their live, and you don't even know who they are, and it is just constant. It's just, you can see how people can get addicted.
I think, but do you not realize, I think these days, even with my phone, I'm starting to get really annoyed because of the amount of pop-ups that are happening all the time. You go into a website and you've got about 6 pop-ups, and I swear I just can't deal with it anymore.
I know.
I'm sick of everything being promoted everywhere.
And especially if you click into like a news article. First of all, if you get into the news article, because half of them are like you have to pay anyway.
Yep.
But then to try and find the text, it's like ad, 2 lines, another ad, another line. It's just relentless.
I know. And then you've got the pop-up asking if you want to sign up to the newsletter that they
Yeah.
have, and then you've got those like mini videos playing in the corner of your screen as well. And then the ads that you can't actually click X on, so they're just automatically at the bottom. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it.
Yeah. And then on top of that, you're asking, do you want to accept these cookies or do you want to manage the cookies? And you can select what. I don't even understand what it all means.
I don't understand the cookies. Like, just let me read.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
I know. And do you know what I think really annoys me? The amount of emails I get every day.
The emails are bad.
I'm going to open my emails here, and I'm not talking about just personal emails, because I can't remember the last time anyone sent me a personal email. Today alone, right? I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 13 emails from companies.
Emails. That's a lot.
Now, and that's been kind of cut down because half of them I've now sent to spam. But it's just ones like, and do you know the one particular one comes up is the neighborhood app. Is it? It just says, your neighbors next door. That's what it is there, next door, where they send you notifications every time someone posts on the next door app. Do you have the next door app?
No.
It's like Facebook, but for your street. So
yeah, I'm definitely not getting that around.
Yeah. Oh no, and it see if you don't like notifications. I just got it because it came through the door, and I thought, oh, that's quite a good idea. To be fair, if it's used well, like your woman across the road getting packages and so on. You can like talk to, because you put in like it's only kept to your street, so you basically put in like your house number and details and so on. So,
like, Debbie, what packages did you get today?
yeah. Can you do an unboxing?
Like, give me a ball.
Yeah. There's basically neighborhood watch really in your phone, which does get quite annoying sometimes.
You look like the type of person that would be doing it.
With a bald head? What do you mean?
You look like someone that would be out with the binoculars, looking around where everything's all right.
Thanks for that. Yeah. No, you don't need binoculars these days. You've got the app.
So you're just letting the app do it for you.
Yeah. But then again, like I said, if it's used well, it's good. But this post here that I got a post today saying, is this your dog? This dog has been in my garden for 1 day, into this area, and it's about to run away. Can you please PM me if it's your dog? And a picture of the dog. And then there's one that keeps coming up, and it talks about parking, about people picking up people from school. And nearly every day, there's the same person posting up going, can this person please not park outside my house? And then there's a photo of their car outside the house. Just like, are there not different ways to deal with that rather than to post it on?
What if this person does not have this app?
Exactly. And they're never going to know.
Nope.
Or just go up to them. Again, we're talking about, like, don't talk to people in like person. Just go up and speak to them instead of posting behind a keyboard.
Literally. It should be that easy.
But you should look into it. There might be some interesting things going around your area.
I really doubt anyone has that app, but I will look at it.
You would be surprised.
What's it called?
It's called Nextdoor.
Nextdoor.
Now, and again, when it's used for good, it can be used for good, because then people say, there's always the classic post of suspicious white van in the area. Like anyone sees a white van and it's just like, oh, that's suspicious.
Yeah.
It's not one of your, 10 Vinted orders that are being delivered. But yeah.
Not a painter on the way to.
I know, exactly. Yeah. Weird registration on the van that just passed my house. What? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Southern registration? Like, why does that matter? Yeah.
I'm downloading it as we speak.
Okay. This will be fun because I think when it first comes up, it lets you know if there's people in your area who are already using it when you put your postcode in. But then there's the other thing where sometimes, you just want to remain, you just want to keep your head down. You don't want to get involved in like the neighborhood gossip because.
Do you have much neighborhood gossip around you?
Yes. And even when I was growing up, I remember in my childhood street, there was a guy across the street, and anything that went on in the street, he would be out. Like anything. Even like when we were out, like, playing football and so on, he'd be out standing beside the no ball game sign and like pointing at it, and like just everything that went on. It's just, I wonder what he did in life, because he just must have stood at his window.
Sounds like a fun place to live.
Oh, I know. But I think every street has, or every like area has someone that knows something or knows everything.
Well, that's why we have our shop is like that.
Your shop?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
That's where you find everything out at.
Oh, okay, I'll get you. Oh, right, okay. Yeah.
Signing in. I'm really intrigued to see if there is anyone on it.
Mm-hmm.
I genuinely don't think there will be.
What would you do if you went on and there's like posts about you or like your house or like?
Imagine my mum's on this.
Yeah. Is there people on?
No.
No.
It says, be the one to start your next door neighborhood. Your next door neighborhood has not been created.
Oh, wow.
I told you no one about here would have had it.
That's amazing. I just assumed that every
I didn't even know it existed.
Yeah.
Well, there's no point in me just being the only one. Like,
no, because see when you're the first one, because I remember, and it's not out that long, but I remember getting a post, like it was like a postcard through the door saying, the woman's name so and so has created your neighborhood on next door, and then it gave you the code, so it must give it to every house in the area. So then if you do it, it'd be like, diarrhea wanted to start a neighborhood.
Not doing that. No, not a hope.
And even the posts of like lost dogs and all that's fair enough because it's in your area, but
just put it on Facebook.
But no, but that's what I mean. Facebook isn't. They're not necessarily going to be in your area then. Well, like you're putting on Facebook and I'm seeing it. What use is you putting up a dog in your garden and I'm seeing it?
That dog might be as fast as Usain Bolt. You never know. Outside your house the next hour.
It's been missing for a year, so it's made its way up.
Like on Facebook, you always have those like little mini group chats. So like it would be a group just called Mackerfelt, and it's a private group of everyone that lives in Mackerfelt.
Yeah, we've got one of those too.
Like so like in there's
one like Lisburn Notice board group, and like people would say, like what time is the Chinese open, or like what time is Tesco open to tonight? It's like, by the time you've posted that, you could have went on and just Googled. You could have just went on.
That really, really bothers me.
Yeah.
Like this person could be waiting at least 2 to 3 hours for a
reply. Yeah.
And you could have just Googled it.
I know. And it's closed, but because you waited that long for all the comments, like it's now closed. But then again, I think those pages just bring people who want attention. Really, maybe they don't even want. They just want people to comment and they want interaction. And
100%. Is that not you?
No, I posted once in one of those pages, and that was looking for a plumber, which I think is a fair use.
Yeah. If you're looking for recommendations and stuff,
yeah.
Fair use.
Then the other thing is though, then you get tagged. Say 10 plumbers are tagged, and how do you make that decision of who's?
That's it. Like, do you go for the one that's recommended most, or do you go for,
I ended up just messaging quite a few of them, and just whatever one replied the quickest, really, which is probably wrong to do, but like who these days sits through all the reviews and like okay, you can see like how many stars they've got, 5 stars, but you don't read every single review before getting someone in your house. I don't know, maybe something major, like I don't know, like building something in your house. But
would you, if someone was coming to your house to fix something, offer them a cup of tea?
I think I would, yeah.
We had a conversation, something along these lines in a previous episode. It was something about letting somebody into your house.
Oh yeah. Oh no, this yeah, that was if someone came to your door and needed the bathroom.
Ah, right, okay.
Yeah. So that's that's different. No, if I know they're coming, that's fine. And do you know, even trying to get people to come out and look at something. So this happened literally just last week, and we're talking about plumbing. The downstairs sink, the wee bit of the pipe that connects the water pipe to the tap just snapped. It was like a funny material, and it just broke. And water was pissing out of that from 7 a.m. in the morning, right? Mm-hmm. So if I wasn't home, it would have been a complete disaster. It was a complete disaster anyway, because I came downstairs and nothing really plans you, or nothing really, I think in school you should learn these things. Mm-hmm. Because what do you do when you go downstairs and you see water just like literally literally, it was like something out of a movie. You know, like someone who like drills into a water pipe and the water just gushes out. That was literally what was going on. And I was like, what do I do? So luckily, like the wee pipe had a wee, like a wee screw, like a wee valve thing to stop the water then going. So that was easily fixed. But see, then trying to get someone to come around and to fix that. And like I feel people don't want to work anymore these days.
100%. People do not want
Like,
to work anymore.
you message someone and go, this is the problem. This is what I want. When can you do it? And oh well, got a job on then. Don't know if I'll not be free next week. Like I'm literally giving you work. Like I just don't understand it. And then even people who just don't reply at all, like, and they read your message.
That really annoys me. But then I accidentally do that to people all the time, and I don't realize I'm doing it. If you've asked me a question and I don't get back to you for like 3 hours,
Yeah,
but I read it,
yeah.
is an accident.
To be fair, I've done that a lot where you don't realize the app's open and it's read it, and then when you go back, it's already gone. But then, if it's your job though, if you're literally your page is for that.
Yeah, I mean, if this is your only means of living, then like, why are you not replying for it?
Yeah, you just feel like replying. Okay, so you don't want to work then? Like,
they'd rather just leave you on red than say, no, I don't want to do it.
Yeah. And I would prefer that. Just say no. One other thing I want to talk about, what came into my mind, has anything embarrassing happened to you as a kid? Because I was at a wedding last night and I got home like 2:30, and for some reason, do you ever find like your mind, it just like works overtime when you get into the early hours? Like you're like a totally different person in the early hours of the morning. And I remember this thing came back into my head of being in Donegal on holiday. Me and my sister were in the sea. I was kicking water at my sister. My other leg slipped and I fell on my back in the sea in front of all the people on the beach. And to this date, I think it's the most embarrassing moment that I've ever had. But again, just like last night, just random points in life that will just come back into my mind. And I would still be embarrassed of it.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you not feel like whenever you think of an embarrassing moment from like 10 years ago, you just can't deal with it?
I know. I'm just like I'm still embarrassed sitting here, like, even though the people have never seen me again, but it's just weird how those things just come back into your mind for no reason whatsoever.
I hate that because it's always in the early hours of the morning and it's always whenever you can't sleep, and then you just start freaking out about it.
Yep. And then when your mind goes on that thing, I then went to another moment where I was in like a queue. It was for petrol station, and my dad, which I thought my dad was behind me, turned around to speak to the guy who I thought was my dad, wasn't my dad, and then I just, again, ultimate embarrassment. It's just
done that a couple of times.
Yeah.
You turn around and you're like, you're not who I thought you were.
They can happen so easily because I was on the train back from Dublin and I really needed to, but I needed to go to the toilet. Okay, just for a number one, I needed to go. Let's just put that out there.
Just to clarify.
Yeah. But even at that, there's this fear in my head where I'm standing, I'm having a pee on the train, and the door opens. Right, that's just a thing that I have inside me that I have, and I don't know if it's a like I'm preempting, like I have some kind of power that I know this is going to happen at some point, but I just don't know when.
I mean, I have been in the toilet before whenever someone's like, the door hasn't been closed properly, and they've walked in, and it's soul crushing. You're like, I can't.
We were playing as a band. We were playing a Christmas party in a hotel, and sometimes just because we're five guys, and we would go into like the disabled toilet, maybe just to quickly get changed before we go on. I remember I was like three people back. There's the other two in front of me, and they opened the disabled door, and there was a girl sitting on the toilet who was kind of mid getting herself ready to then come out of the bathroom. And then when the door opened, the only thing that she seen was five guys just standing, staring at her, right? And as if that wasn't bad enough, then we went in, we got changed and so on, went into the Christmas party in the main room, got onto the stage and all, started doing all the thing. And she was one of the people in the crowd.
Oh, no.
So then she obviously knew that the band have just walked in on her. Now, I don't know whether she didn't lock the toilet or whether the lock was dodgy, but
I was in a disabled toilet once with my friends, and I did not want to go into it. Just to clarify, I didn't want to go into it. I was just going to go into the women's, and I um I walked out first because they were getting ready, and I was like, I'm just going out of here. And I opened the door, and a disabled person was there waiting to use the toilet, and
That's the worst.
I shouted at them. I was like, "Get out now!" I never felt so bad in all my
Oh
life.
my
I didn't even
goodness.
want to go in here in the first place.
Oh, that's so bad.
I felt awful.
Oh.
I felt so awful.
But even though, like, when in the train toilet, like, you're relying on this wee button that you're pressing to lock a door. Like, that doesn't make any sense in my head.
Train toilets really freak me out because it literally is a button.
Yeah. Give me a wee lock that I know it's locked. And even like most of the toilets going to now, they are just like, pull the handle up or like, or.
But like train toilets, the door, like, they're massive.
Yeah.
Like, the door of them is just, it's massive. And if that opens, like, everyone's going to see.
Yeah. And it's so slow. It's so slow as well. So there's not like, a quick, let's press a button and quickly close it. It's going to be so slow. And oh, no.
Not fun.
So what are you up to next week then, before we end this episode? Anything exciting?
Exams. I'm so ready to give up. I have given up, but like, I can't.
Yeah. I mean, you're so close now, so it would be pointless to give up.
I cannot get my shorthand exam. I just can't. I can't get it. I've done it 4 or 5 times. I can't get it. It's just like...
Hang on. So explain to me shorthand.
Shorthand is...
What the hell is that? It looks like you're showing me...
Like hieroglyphics.
Hieroglyphics, yeah.
It's just words shortened into like a little... how would you describe it?
Hang on, is this a thing? Is this a thing that happens?
Yeah. It's like used in courts and stuff to record stuff down.
I never knew this. And I always had in my mind thinking, when you see like court scenes and so on, how does that person, or even like in meetings, how do people keep up with the amount of words that are coming out of people's mouths?
Shorthand.
I never knew that.
Yeah, it's the bane of my existence.
So is it like one symbol per word?
No, you can join them up, like, if you're watching on YouTube. So you see this one here, this like LG.
Okay.
That means ladies and gentlemen.
That's a bit obvious.
And like the one beside it, this here, that says I am sorry.
How do you get that from that? But the problem is, though, what if you do like one wee mark wrong?
You're allowed. So I'm doing the 60 words per minute exam. Okay. So I have to write 120 words. No, I have to write 240 words. So we're given a passage and someone is speaking the passage. So a 2-minute passage, we have to write it down, wait 30 seconds, and then write another 2-minute passage. And then we have to go back and transcribe all of it. And we're only allowed 7 mistakes.
That's very hard now you've said that.
There's only across the UK, there's only a 20% pass rate, national pass rate. And it's not going to be me.
I feel like you'd have to have, I was going to say photographic memory, but that's not right because you're not seeing it. But like you'd have to have what's the word I'm looking for? Like to intake all the information and to retain it. I would honestly struggle. See if, I don't know, say you're on the phone to someone. Let's talk about Chinese. You're talking about on the phone to Chinese and they like replay your order back. I've forgotten what she said by like the second item.
I'm the exact same as that. Like my memory is just not great.
That's amazing. I actually did not know that was a thing. That's very intriguing. Intriguing,
but the worst thing in the world. It's just killing me now. I've done it that many times. I've just given up.
Well, I'll leave you to continue with learning your new language then.
Thank you very much.
On that note, please like and subscribe.
And
thank you for watching and listening.
Goodbye.